Hi, my name is Mandy. I am with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today's class is SmartPlans Overview. So, as you can see on my screen, we're already jumping into Command here. I'm going to show you some things to do for prep work before you jump right into creating a Smart Plan. But I'm also going to go over the Smart Plan tab within your command, show you how to find, edit, and create Smart Plans, how to leverage those for your business, and also show you the Reports tab today briefly just to show you how to track those smart plans as well, along with lots of pro tips, as many as I can squeeze in for you. If you are watching this on recording on our YouTube channel and you have any questions along the way or after, please email us at support@scottleroymarketing.com. We'll be happy to assist you with that. If you're watching here live, again, for those that have just joined us, you can always place it in the chat, your questions, and I will check them as I'm teaching. If I don't see it, I will definitely stay after class and help get those answered for you. All right. So, first things first, let's distinguish the difference between a smart plan and a campaign. Right here within your command, if you hit this red square, it'll pop the names out right here on the side of your icons. These used to be called applets, they're now called tabs. The difference here is smart plans are right here, number 4. Think of this as nurturing. This is an ongoing process. This could be emails. It could be tasks for you as the agent to do like handwritten notes or to call somebody. It could be automated text. It could be a lot of different things here within smart plans, but just think of it as being like a long play, a nurturing thing happening more than once, reoccurring. Okay. But down here where campaigns are, you do have an option to do an email campaign. Think of that as being an email blast, one and done, right? So it's done one time, that's it, it runs, or your campaign runs, and then that's it, it's over. So I hope that helps clarify that. If you have any other questions about that, let us know. We just get some questions about that pretty often. And so I just want to make sure that we're super clear that campaigns are very different. It's kind of a one and done type of thing, but Smart Plans is an ongoing leverage for you in your business to help leverage time and tasks and nurturing that database so that you don't have to constantly sit there and have to figure out when you're reaching out to all of your contacts and all of your database. It really helps leverage that time and makes you look like you're really keeping in touch with a really lot of people, even if you're not and you're focused on your top tier. So just wanted to clarify that. Next, let's jump into prep work for your smart plans. There's a few things. We just want to show you some settings and then also a few things that you want to make sure are already done before you jump into smart plans. It will make your life a lot easier. First things first, we're going to come over here to the name on your top right in your command. When you choose that, anytime, if you're not familiar yet with command, right here, whenever you see one of those triangles, or some people call them carrots, whenever you see those, it usually means you have a menu hidden there. And like so, we do. You want to choose settings in this drop down. And what this is going to bring you to is your integrations page. The integrations page is where third party platforms can integrate with your command. Okay. Think about Twilio. A Twilio account is not required for anything that I'm going to cover today except for automated text. It's okay if you have a smart plan that shows that it wants to send automated text to contacts. It's fine if you don't have a Twilio account. It will just create a task for you, the agent, to manually send that text out using your own device. Okay, so just know that there's no way to really bulk text anyone through command other than having a Twilio account. And more recently, they are allowing WhatsApp now that does integrate with your command. If you haven't checked out our class, What's New in Command, we go over that briefly and cover that. But for right now, with smart plans and mass texting, Twilio accounts are the way to go for that. It is an additional cost every month. Again, not required. It'll just create a task for you, the agent, to manually text each person through your own device if you don't have it. But if you do, right here on your integrations page, we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom. You'll see messaging section, and Twilio is right here. You can always hit subscribe in the marketplace. It's going to take you to your marketplace here within command. It will show you the different plans and the different cost. Just be mindful that a credit does not equal like a character. If you send a text message to an international number or you use an emoji or things like that, it may use more than one credit. So just know that when you're choosing your plan. Again, completely optional. Also, we get questions if you've had a Twilio account prior to KW. While the account cannot be transferred to a KW Twilio account, you can, in most cases, transfer that Twilio phone number to a KW account. You can find more information there in this subscribe to marketplace button on your integrations page within your command. Okay. Next, I'm going to scroll up just a little. You'll notice for email services, command email is right here. This is how your smart plans will actually go out from your command. If you click manage, you can even adjust the name of who it appears that it's coming from. You can also adjust the email that the replies come back to. If your contacts reply back to a smart plan email, this is the email address that those replies will go to. When the smart plans do go out, the emails, they do go out from like an agent at or agent mailer, and it does have a lot of numbers and digits in it. There's no way to change that, but there is a way to change the reply email that they come back to. Okay. And also the way your name appears. Let's say if you're on a team or a couple, whatever it is, you can adjust it right here. Whenever you do make changes, the save changes button will be highlighted. Just make sure you save it before you go out of this window. Okay. You can even choose from the drop down list of all the emails that you want to choose from, or even write one in down here at the bottom. You'll notice a pencil and a trash can so you can delete or edit if you need to do that. Now, smart plans, if you're working with a rather large database, or you just find out this is a fantastic way to get referrals from your database and to actually nurture leads out of your existing contacts, maybe you're doing a big um, a lot of smart plan emails every month. Well, it gives you 5,000 free every month as it is already set standard. If you need more, you can hit the manage subscription button right here at the bottom. Just like on that Twilio button we were looking at, it will take you to your command marketplace and you can see plan options and things from there. It will be an additional cost to go over that 5,000 a month. Okay. All right. So we'll exit from there. And next is your marketing profile. Now, we cover this in a lot of our classes. There's even a YouTube video on our channel that's dedicated just to showing you how to fill out your marketing profile. So I'm not going to go over this in detail today. I just want to show you where it is because this is where your bank of information feeds from out to all of your marketing through command, like your smart plans. So over here on the left, you'll see connect settings. We'll give that a click and marketing profile is right below that. This is again the bank of information that feeds out on all of your marketing through command, your campaigns, your smart plans, your saved searches, your app, your website. It all feeds from right here. If you were set up by Scott Leroy Marketing, SLM for short, this will already be completed for you, so you shouldn't have to worry about it. The main thing I want to point out is you want this to be toggled on green for yourself. If it is not toggled on green, your information is not feeding out. And chances are, if you go to visit your app or your website or you send out any marketing, it will not have any of your branding on it. It'll actually look quite generic. So, and you don't want that as an agent, right? We all need the exposure, the branding. You always want that. So definitely have it toggled on. You'll notice this is all of your information, your photo, your team logo, your details for compliance, like your name and your license number. You can also add things like your slogan, military affiliations, your biography, and then your contact information below. Your brokerage information, again, will already be set based on what we set you up with or what your market center sets you up with. If you are part of more than one market center, definitely reach out to us. We can actually adjust this to reflect multiple market centers for you. Okay. And going down, legal footer and text are right here. And if you go even further, you can have some social links there. Just make sure that they are public links to view your profiles on those platforms. You don't want a contact to actually click this on your website or click this in a smart plan and be required to sign into a social media platform, or it's an actual link that's inside your account and they can't sign in to even view it. So make sure that it is a public link, and then we can click save here at the bottom. If you've made any changes with that, we just want to let you know that you definitely want to have that filled out and looking good before you start your smart plan so your branding is on point. Okay. And finally, just designs over here on the left. And I said finally, it's next to finally. We're going to do designs and then contacts. But here in your designs tab, if you already have the idea that you're going to make a smart plan from scratch and you want to put an email in that smart plan to send out to your contacts, then you will want to come here to your designs and design that design you want to be in that email. So there are two different ways of sending emails through a smart plan. I'm going to show you those in detail today. The first one is very simple. It's literally called simple email, and it's only text. It's literally only the text that you type in the box. However, you do have a design email that you can send out, and it will take a design that you have here in the designs tab and put it into that email and make it look very professional. I just wanted to stop here just briefly for a second on the designs tab to point this out. When you come here to do your design, you can choose either templates or create it from scratch, but there's so many templates in here, guys. You can find something to work with where you don't have to recreate the wheel. Just whenever you come over here to create the design, make sure you're choosing email template, okay? Email design to do this with. If you choose a social design, it will not go into an email in Smart Plan. We get a ton of questions about this. Can't understand why the design's not showing up when you go to add it to your email. This is why. 9 out of 10 times, it's because a different type was chosen when you're creating your design. Okay. So you can just hit email, click next, and it will take you to your email templates right here. There's some for newsletters. Anything that you can really think of, it's here. So you can choose from those, or again, import from a different thing like Canva maybe, or you can also create a new template at the top. Okay, so you can just do that before you jump into Smart Plans. There will be a way later where you can edit that design if you want. It just helps yourself out in the long run. If you already have something in mind that you want to do it here first in your designs and make sure it's saved. Okay. And last stop before we jump into smart plans are our contacts tab. This is your database. You will hear this referred to as contacts, contacts tabs, contact profiles, database, contact applets. It's been called a lot of things. So whenever you hear it referenced, this is what we're talking about right here, your contacts tab. Now, if you do not have your contacts in your contacts database just yet, that is numero uno to start with. You can always reach out to us. We can help leverage that for you. If you have your contacts on a spreadsheet, ideally an Excel file, but we know there's Mac users and you have different types. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Excel. It just helps make it a little smoother. But if you have your file, a spreadsheet file with your contacts on it, send that over to us with your command credentials. We can actually reformat and get that imported into command for you. Now, we don't scrub contacts, just a little disclaimer. Scrubbing means you're going through making sure like Joe Bob is not showing up twice on your list, and once is with his phone number, the others with his email. We don't go through and combine or remove duplicates like that on your spreadsheets. That's something you would need to do just for the accuracy of your data, right? So we don't scrub them, but we will reformat and get them imported for you. If you would like to do it yourself, you do have an import button right here on the top. This is for more than one contact. If you click that, oh, they've got new little windows popping up to help. You can actually download the template that goes straight into command right here, add your contacts to it, and it makes it a little smoother. However, there's some very particular reformatting that has to be done on this template, like putting a capital Y beside the email address and the phone number and the address that you want to be primary for that contact. Those are the type of things we can handle for you. But just be very mindful of that. There is a link down here at the bottom learning more about importing your own contacts, and you can even use a file that you have on your own if you would like, and just drag and drop it right here. It'll ask you to map those columns to match this template, and you can import them that way too. It's just a little time consuming, and if there's an error, you just don't want to error on your contacts, right? So you don't want to get all your contacts into command and like the email didn't import, things like that. So you can definitely reach out to us, or you can add a contact individually right here on your top right and use that button to actually add one contact at a time if you need to. Okay. So that's it for adding your contacts. Next, smart plans, the most popular ones. There's one for birthday, there's one for home anniversary, and there's a monthly neighborhood nurture that actually sends an email out to your contacts with like a neighborhood snapshot every month. You can even choose it to be bi-weekly if you want to. So, for those particular smart plans, you want to make sure you have particular information on file for each one of your contacts that you want to add to that. In addition, when you go to create a smart plan, while you can add contacts by name, if you're trying to do a large number, that's going to be tedious. So, you want to use tags in your command contact database right here, and it'll make your life a lot easier. So let's jump into Joe Bob and I will show you what I mean. So you want to obviously, if the smart plan has an email to go out, you want to make sure that the contact has a primary email. Primary emails are going to be showing right here on the contact profile. You'll want to make sure they have one of those on file. If for some reason down here at the bottom, the email has been added under additional contact information instead of being up here at the top, that means it's not in the field of primary email contact, and you'll want to go ahead and move that up. So you'll want an email address here. If you do have a Twilio account or you do want to do texting through your smart plan, like if it creates a task for you to text, you'll want to have their phone number on file as well. Just make sure it's right here in the primary information field. Okay. Next is neighborhood. You want to send a neighborhood nurture, or you want to set this person up on a smart plan for neighborhood nurture so they receive the updates. This is where you would do it right here. Sorry, I had a frog in my throat. Okay. And so you can add the neighborhood right here manually. If you've imported or added a primary address on the contact, the neighborhood usually pulls. Now, the one for this one, the address is actually, we're using like a commercial address down here just for demonstration. So it didn't pull a neighborhood for that. So you'd want to manually add that. Okay. So you'd come in here and click add neighborhood and find on map. Pro tip, you can't do this in bulk. You have to do it individually per contact. Okay. And so you can use this location right here if you would like to. However, it's based on streets. So you would use like main streets, comma, main city, comma, USA, and put it in, and it would start generating all of those addresses or trying to find it for you. The control key and scrolling in works usually better. Now, it focuses on, again, the primary address you have on file for this contact. This primary address just happens to be here in Colorado. And so you can scroll in, and the items in green, these are your neighborhoods. If you hover over them, you'll see the neighborhood name, and you can click them as you would like to add those particular neighborhoods to this contact. You can also remove them if you also need to do that as well. Okay, click save once you're done. It will update. You'll notice the neighborhoods are all here. When they are on the Smart Plan monthly neighborhood nurture, they will not receive an email for every single neighborhood. Don't worry. All the neighborhoods will be in one email. I'll show you an example here just to show you what it looks like. Let me pull this over really quick. So this is what a monthly neighborhood nurture would look like. It's going to show your branding at the top. And when you come down, it'll have a little automated blurb and it will let you see the neighborhoods that have been added to the contact profile. It'll give a little map, little blurb, suggest some properties in that area, and then give a link to actually explore that neighborhood a little further. Each neighborhood will be listed one after the other. For this contact, we added a ton of neighborhoods just so you could see this down at the bottom. If they do have a lot of neighborhoods, the message will be clipped and they can view entire message right here and it'll actually take them out to the browser. Okay. So that's what a monthly neighborhood nurture email looks like once you get it sent out. So don't worry, it doesn't send an email per every neighborhood. Okay. All right. And so next, again, birthdays and home anniversaries. You'll just want to make sure that you already have those on file for your contacts. You can always hit the pencil and come in here and fill this information out under add more information, additional contact information. Just kidding. It's under the About tab. Here you go. It's birthday and home anniversary right here. You can add those and hit save. Once your contacts have all the information that you want to use, you can come back to your contacts here and you can tag them however you would like to organize your contacts. If you know that you want to add them to the monthly neighborhood nurture, if you know that you want to do like the birthday smart plan and the home anniversary smart plan, well, we'll go ahead and tag those right here just to show you what it looks like. You can choose to tag individually if you would like. But if you want to do it all, let's say you're viewing all of your contacts here that you know that you want, you can always choose them individually like this, or just hit the select all block right here in the header, and you'll notice your bulk action menu appears. From here, you can add tags and you can also remove tags as you need them. For today's purposes, obviously, we're adding tags. So add tags, and right here, let's say I just know that I want it to be short and just say home anniversary. Looks like we already have a tag with that. So I'll select that I want that one added. Then I can also continue on. I definitely want a birthday one added as well. Go ahead and click that. And I also want to set them up on the monthly neighborhood nurture, and I already have that created as a tag. Now, if they weren't already created like tags in your database, you can always choose create tag, type it in here, choose the color and say create tag, and it'll do the same thing and add that for you. Okay. So going back, you'll notice I still have two selected. It lets me know that right here at the bottom of the box. So it looks like I did not grab that monthly neighborhood nurture. So let's do that. I'll select it and submit. Sometimes it updates automatically. You can see it gave me the banner down here in the bottom right that it did it. However, we're only seeing it on one of our contacts. It just needs a little refresh, and then that should populate for you. There we go. All right. So we are good to go. Our contacts now have all the tags that we want. I do want to show you one last thing in here, how to filter. If you are not sure, if you're working with a larger database and you need to find out if you have any birthdays missing, or maybe you just want to see the contacts that already have a birthday on file so you can get them started, you can do it right here with your filters. You give that a click. I'm going to minimize the tags here. There we go. And you can scroll down here to birthday and choose the birthday here. I just want to show you what's a little easier now that they have advanced, because you'll notice this has to be within next, within last, longer than. You would have to get real creative to make sure it's capturing everybody with a birthday in that field. So if you go up to advanced filters, you can now go to birthday and choose is empty if you want to see who you need to add birthdays to. And you can also see who is not empty. So you will then see all the contacts that have some data, some form of data within that birthday field on that contact. You can also do that right here with home anniversary as well. Okay. And neighborhoods. So you can capture anybody and everybody that you have. You can even add double advanced filters if you want to make sure they have a primary email and they have a birthday that is not empty. There we go. So in this form, I'll pull everybody that has a primary email address and has a birthday on file, go ahead and apply it, see those contacts, and I can go ahead and slap those tags on them so I know I can go start a smart plan for them. Okay, let me know if you have any questions about that. I just wanted to make sure I show you how to use your filters here to go through your contacts and add these pieces of information and add these tags. Okay. All right. So that is your prep work for getting ready to Smart Plans. So now let's jump over to your Smart Plans tab. I want to show you the general navigation around this tab and then also how to get into Smart Plans, how to edit them, how to create your own, all the goodness. So when you first come in here, you'll notice the big blue banner across your screen. Again, this is just letting you know that you do not have a Twilio account connected. We do not have one on this demo account. And it's just asking us, hey, do you want to learn more? Do you want to subscribe to a plan? We do not. You can remove that banner if you want. We leave it here so that you can see the example. Again, Twilio is not required to run smart plans that have texting in them. It instead of sending the automated text out to your contacts, it will create a task for you as the agent to do that manually through your device. Okay. All right. So right here, what we're looking at is my smart plans. These are smart plans you've either already created on your own, or you've gone into the smart plans library and downloaded someone else's to use for yourself right here. You'll notice it says people plans. That means eventually in the future, hopefully, we're thinking they're going to roll out some smart plans that may have to do with something else, like opportunities and things like that. But for right now, we have people plans that actually pull from your contacts database and command. You also have an option right here to see published. These are smart plans that you would have created that you've actually published over here to the library so that other associates and agents can see them and use them. Okay, so you have a couple of tabs right here and a couple of tabs at the top. You'll notice general command layout. You do have your search bar right here. If you need to search by name to go through, you'll see we have 74 smart plans down here. So it might be a little bit to scroll through. So you can use your search and you always have an action button. Well, usually have an action button in your top right hand corner within the command template. So it's right here if you need it. And down here, looking through the smart plans that you already have, you'll notice again that triangle, right? The caret means we have some drop down right here. So if you choose that, it will actually give you a little blurb about the different steps that are included within that smart plan. Steps are also called actions. You'll hear me refer to them as actions through this class. It'll just give you a brief preview if you're looking for one in particular that might help you for reference. And as you move across down the rows here, if I can get my words out, the first thing is showing contacts. If we have a contact on one of the smart plans, let me just shuffle through really quick and see if we actually have anybody added to one. I don't believe we do. Okay, so if you did have someone added to a smart plan, that means you have activated it. That means it's that contact is actually moving through that smart plan and through those actions, and it is working. You would have the number of contacts listed right here with a little eyeball. You could click on the eyeball and actually see the different contacts that were added on that smart plan there. Okay. As you can see here, we don't have any contacts added to these smart plans. That means the smart plans are inactive, or you could say that they've been deactivated. Another way to do that is if you ever want to remove the contacts, if there was somebody here and I click the eyeball, I would have the option to remove them or remove all of the contacts. When you do that, that is essentially what you call deactivating the smart plan. It's only active if there's contacts on it, and it's deactivated if there's no contacts on it. Okay. It can just sit here in your My Smart Plans ready for you to use whenever you're ready. Okay. Next, it'll show you the date you created, the duration, how long it lasts, like my quarterly call plan. Obviously, it goes for 91 days. That covers 3 months, your 1 quarter, right? And on the next day, it actually puts that contact back onto the plan itself and runs them through for the next quarter. You'll also see how many total touches are included with that smart plan. 1, 5, 3. This one down here actually has 14. That means the times that you actually interact with that contact. Okay, that's what your touches are. You're touching that particular contact, that database. Okay, on the far right hand side, you have your action buttons. The little person with the plus sign, obviously, add a contact, right? And actually, when you come in here to add a contact, this is where you can, again, choose them by name if you want, but tags are going to be your best friend. You can come in here, search by those tags that you've already created, and add them right here if you would like. Just a little pro tip though, when you're adding contacts this way, it'll let you do up to 20 at a time. If you're working with a larger database, there's a different way to add your contacts to your smart plan from your contacts tab. and you can do it in increments of up to 500 at a time. And so I will show you that before class is over. Okay. But this is what this action button does right here. You can select all or select one at a time. If for some reason we were selecting a contact, let me get rid of that tag and refresh. Like right here, this particular contact does not have a neighborhood on file. It's letting me know that so that if I'm trying to put them on a smart plan that has the neighborhood nurture that's going to go out, it wouldn't work for this contact. So it's giving me this in red right here just to give me a heads up. Hey, it won't work for this one. Okay. I can still add them though. It won't prevent me from adding that contact to it. And that contact will successfully move through that smart plan until it gets to that step. And then that step will not work. And within the timeline of that contact in your contact tab, you'll be able to see what step failed. Okay. It'll let you know that. Okay, so you can add those right here if you'd like. We're not going to do that. And the edit pencil right here to the right, we will jump into this in just a few moments and I'll show you how to edit a smart plan. You can edit a lot of different things. However, if you do have contacts on that smart plan and it is considered quote unquote active, your editability will be limited because it is active. It's actually sending out and doing things for your contacts. And so you'll be limited on what you can actually change. But at any given time, you can come right here to your three dots and actually choose to make a copy of it. And then you can change that copy if you'd like to. Okay. You can also publish directly to the library or delete that smart plan. It won't delete it out of the library. It'll actually delete it out of your smart plan so it's not sitting here cluttering it up. Okay. All right. Let's jump over to the library. Let me show you a few things over here first, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to edit them. So let's go into the library. Again, you'll notice search field is general command layout. You do have some options to search through: smart plan name, author name, or description. And you also have some filters here that you can use. You can choose the duration that you want it to run. Maybe you want a very long recurring one that you don't have to maintenance a whole lot. So you could choose that. If you know a particular author, maybe there's an agent back here that publishes a lot of smart plans. You see them getting great results. And so you actually want to look for that particular person, you can do that. Also, touches, how many times you actually will interact with that person, you can adjust that here. Times it's downloaded and rating, you can choose those all right here and filter your results. Okay, you can also reset if you've set some filters and you no longer want them. You got a reset button right here. Going to close that. And I just want to show you what this looks like without any of those filters. By the way, you also have some categories to choose from right here. All four of these categories are listed right here on this main page. So you can jump to them over here if you want, but I'm just going to scroll down and show you guys. Okay. So featured, there's 8 featured plans. You can see that 8 right here. Currently, right now, you have little arrows where you can toggle back and forth to view all 8 of those. They are horizontal across the page here, and you'll see the name of it, the little blurb. You can also see what the reviews have been, how many times it's been downloaded, the steps and duration, and the touches all right here. And if you want a closer look, oh, and there's the author name too, by the way, you can click view steps and it will give you a preview into that smart plan showing you what this particular one does. This one's a monthly call plan, so it's a phone call. The smart plan will wait for 30 days and then it'll restart that contact on the smart plan. What this does for you on the agent side is you will get a task every 30 days to give this particular contact a phone call. Okay. So if you want to choose this particular smart plan and add it over to your My Smart Plans, you can click Add Smart Plan from here. You will get another pop-up window. You can adjust the name if you would like to. You can edit that right here and then click download. For us, we already have it in our My Smart Plans, so it's not giving us the option to download, and that's why it's grayed out like that. Okay. All right, so those are your featured. Next are your Keller Williams. There's something very special about these Keller Williams ones that I want to share with you, and that is that these are the ones that are specially coded on the back end to pull directly from your contact database. And what I mean by that is you will find a lot of smart plans within this library created by other associates and agents. However, if it's like a birthday smart plan and you set your entire database up on the birthday smart plan, well, on October 4th, 2023, everybody in your database is going to get a happy birthday. So it doesn't necessarily pull from the birthday date on your contacts from your contact database. The Keller Williams ones are. They are programmed to do that. They do it well. It will wait for like 5 days before that birth date and it will start nudging you. Hey, go send them a handwritten card. Hey, send them a text. Give them a call. Check their social. It'll do 5 things 5 days prior to that birthday to help you start nurturing that contact. Okay. And so the biweekly, the monthly neighborhood nurtures, the birthdays, let me scoot over here and show it to you. The birthday one right here, and then also the home anniversary right here at the end. Keep an eye right there to make sure Keller Williams is the one that authored them. They are the ones that work. Okay. Now, there's a ton of other great smart plans out here, guys. I'm only talking about those four: monthly neighborhood nurture right here, birthday, home anniversary, and bi weekly neighborhood nurture. Okay. So just keep your eye on that. Make sure you're grabbing those. Another great thing to mention right here is the smart plan won't double up on a contact. Like you can't add a contact twice to the same smart plan. However, there is no fail safe. You can add a contact to multiple smart plans. So that's just something for you to keep in mind, the smart plans that you are running for your business. You just might want to keep an eye out. Are you sending like 8 different smart plans, or do you have a contact on 8 different smart plans is a better way to say that. So just keep an eye on that. Be mindful. You don't want to spam your folks. There are fail safes in place in Smart Plan's actual function that will try to keep you from adding, like you can't set up a smart plan to send 5 texts back to back to back. It'll make you put a certain 1 day delay, at least minimum, in between each of those. It won't let you send multiple emails in 1 day as long as it's on that one smart plan. It will help you do that. But if you have Joe Bob added to 8 different smart plans in your My Smart Plans, there's no fail safe. You just need to keep an eye on it. All right. So scrolling on down from Keller Williams, you'll notice the top rated smart plans listed right here. They have the best reviews. And so you can check those out. Some of these are really great. And because they're only based on one particular day, like Valentine's Day, Memorial Day, Halloween, these will work generally correctly. Okay. Those are programmed just for one specific day. They're not trying to pull data from your contacts, things like that. So they will work. However, we always, always, always set yourself up on the smart plan first. We always say that. So test it out on yourself first. That way you get to see any typos, if anything's missing. I can't tell you how many emails we get weekly of people that have set up 1,000 or more people on an email and then they panic because they see it and it has a typo in their name or the wrong date, things like that. So definitely set yourself up first, check these out, but a lot of these do work really well. Coming on down as to what's new. There's 50 listed right now. These are ones that you can see obviously have not been reviewed yet, and there's actually 0 downloads. So if you are into pioneering and you actually like to see what's breaking, you can come down here and check these out. See if there's anything you want to test for yourself, and jump on it first to start leveraging it for your business. Okay. All right, so that's your library. You can come and get these so that you do not have to recreate that wheel. Okay, so let's go back to Smart Plans, and I want to show you now how to actually go in and edit. I want to show you what it actually looks like when you're in one, and then I'll show you how to create one here at the very end. Okay, so for today, I'm actually looking for one of our long-term nurtures. Let's see. Okay, just kidding. Let's check it again. There it is. I didn't get my hyphen in. So I want to jump in this and show you what it looks like. So I'm going to hit my edit pencil over here on the right. And I chose this one because it has dynamic texting in it, and I want to show you what that is. But in general, guys, this is what your smart plan looks like on the inside. On the left-hand side are the actions actually in the smart plan, and on the right-hand side are the actions that you can choose to add. Like you can add for it to create a task for you, make a call, send an email, send a text. Your delays are right here where you kind of space out your actions, like we saw on that call plan earlier, it delayed for 30 days and then started the person over on the smart plan. That's where you get these right here. You can set a delay up for 365 days at most. Next is you can add them to a different smart plan. Let's say you come in here just to throw some ideas out to you guys. You can actually come in here and set up a smart plan for yourself that has like an introduction email. So anytime you get a lead into your command database, you've set up a rule. There's called lead management rules. And I'll show you that before we get out of class here. You can go and set up a rule that if a lead comes in to your database from your website, your system will automatically see it, add them to a welcome smart plan, and in that introduction or in that smart plan in general, maybe the first thing they do is they get an email from you. Next, maybe you set it up to send you a task. So the next morning you come in and look at your command, you'll know that you actually need to reach out to that person. And then maybe you want to set them up on another smart plan like the monthly neighborhood nurture or maybe the quarterly call plan, 30-day call plan. You can get creative. Some we were talking with an agent earlier today and they actually had their welcome smart plan scheduled and set up to add their contact to a newsletter smart plan that they had built. So as soon as that person was 30 days old in their database, they would get added to the newsletter and start receiving that. So you can get creative, guys. You can make it leverage your business rather, to where you're not having to worry about, well, what if I get a lead and don't respond fast enough? Well, this just solves that problem. You can do that. And again, the newsletters you can do through here as well. Okay. Restart smart plan, pretty self-explanatory. It will take this contact and put them right back onto the same smart plan and run them through again. The text, I'm going to jump down to text really quick. I'll come back and go over these fields. But let's say you do have a Twilio account and you are able to mass text through your smart plan. Right here, it says send text. This is if I grab the send text action over here on the right and added it in. You'll notice it says send an automated text or create a text task, if I can say that fast. Again, this is if you don't have a Twilio account, but if you do, you can choose automated text. It's given us a big red error saying you don't have Twilio. We're going to ignore that because I want to show you what this looks like. A dynamic text right here that's already selected means that every single time a contact rolls back through this smart plan, they will not get the same text. The first time they go through, they'll get the first text. The second time they roll through, they'll get the second text. You can actually do up to 6 different customized text on here. And you'll notice these little merge fields. I don't know if you can tell that on your screen that these are a little light green, but they have brackets around them. It's going to personalize those text messages for those contacts. So the automated texts that go out to them address them directly if you want it to. So it's pretty neat, pretty customized, makes it personal, doesn't make it sound like it's a bot that they're talking to. And remember, when this system, Twilio, sends those texts out to those people, then they'll be able to respond directly back to you and get that conversation started. That's why it's called nurturing your database through smart plans, right? I just wanted you to see that. If you don't have it recurring, like you don't have multiple dynamic text that you want them to cycle through, you can choose static text messages. It will be one text message, and no matter how many times that contact rolls through this smart plan, they will get that same text message over and over. And sometimes that's appropriate. If it's to check on something every quarter or something like that, and to ask a specific question, maybe you do want it to be that same text message. You You can still use merge fields right here. You can see this already has agent first name and last name. Merge fields are located right here to the right, and you can choose from this menu to do their email, phone number, maybe their birthday, anniversary, whatever you would like to put in there, including your app link to download your mobile app. If you have not checked out our consumer mobile app tutorial, please, guys, go do that. It gives you Big Brother access. You get to see whatever that person does on your app, including every listing they look at, they love. They can request showings from you through your app. It's just such a huge leverage for you. So definitely go check that out. But you can share your link right here through text if you would like to. If you need it to create a task for you, if you don't have Twilio set up, just choose text task, and you can come right here. You choose the priority level. You do how many days it's in between or it's due in, and then also the date and time that it's due in. I can speak today, I promise. And then task and name right here, you can put that. Notice that you can put merge fields even in the task name so that you, if you're coming in and you want to look at your tasks at a glance, you could go ahead and have this contact's first name and their phone number right here in the task. So you know exactly what you're looking at and what you're doing. Maybe it's for their birthday. So you're just going to add the birthday right there, merge field. That means every time this task is created for a contact, it's automatically going to pull that information for you. And when you look at your task, you don't have to sit there and thumb through your contacts, try to figure out what the information is. It's all right here at the touch for you. Okay. You can also add a task description, which also can use those merge fields as well. Here's that information. If you just want some more information in your task while you're talking to them, you can go ahead and add it right here and it will pull that information from your contact database. You can also add a hyperlink just for yourself if there's maybe it's their neighborhood that you want to reference or a specific listing or a collection, whatever it is that you're wanting to reference when you create this task for them. Maybe it's the hyperlink you want to send them. You can actually paste it right here so that when this task is created for you, you will actually have that already. You can copy it at the touch of it and paste it into that text and send it that way. Okay. So that's what a text action looks like. You will notice little circular buttons right here. I can move these actions up and down if I choose. I can actually delete this particular action if I want, or I can save it as I go. There is a save button in the top right, which I highly recommend. It's going to ask you usually anyway if you want to save even after you've already saved. But we have noticed after you're spending a little bit of time in here working on smart plans, hit that save button at the end of the action. It just helps you save as you go. Okay. That way, anything happens, you don't lose all the things you were just working on. All right. So let's scroll all the way back up to the top now that I've shown you the text one. And I'll show you each action as we go through here. Again, you can name this whatever you would like. You can also add a trigger event. These are pretty incredible, guys. This means that I can add a trigger tag onto this, let's say birthday, like we were working on earlier. So if I want to add the birthday tag as a trigger and I choose that, it'll give you a pop-up and explain what this does. This means moving forward, anybody in your contacts and in your contact database and command that you add the tag birthday to, it will actually go ahead and add them to this smart plan automatically. Now, all the contacts you previously had marked as birthday will not be added. It's just once this trigger is saved and put in place, then from then on, when you add that birthday tag, then they will be added to that smart plan. Okay. So everybody else that already has a birthday tag, you'll just want to add them to the smart plan before you finish, okay? Or whenever. It doesn't have to happen before you finish, but you'll just want to manually add them. So you can confirm that trigger by hitting this right here if you would like. This adds it right here. You can add more triggers, more than one. You can add them right here, hit your pencil to edit. I actually, for today's purposes, we're going to trash that one just because I don't want that to actually work in our system. And you'll get that green banner of success saying whether it's been added or removed. Okay. Moving on down. This is the add to the smart plan action that you see over here to the right. And this one is going to actually add your contacts to the neighborhood nurture smart plan right here. If you want to choose a different one, you can just click on it just like I did because of that arrow and choose from the list of the other smart plans that you already have in the My Smart Plans list. And you can choose which one you want it to be added to. Okay, this doesn't show you all the library ones, just the ones that you've downloaded and added to your My Smart Plans. Okay. Coming on down, you'll see what a delay looks like again. Actually, ooh, it's a maximum of 369 days. Excuse me, I said 365 earlier. And so you can add a delay for as many days as you would like in between. Your call action is going to look a lot like a task because it is. It's just a task for you to make that phone call. So you can come in here and set the priority level, the date and the time again. The task and the task description are all adjustable by you manually if you would like. They add a little bit of extra help there with you. So they do say that it is a phone call task and to call so and so as part of the long term nurture smart plan. And it already has your merge fields there. But if you want to, you can come right here and add some more merge fields like their phone number so that you'll definitely have that right at your fingertips when you're working through your tasks. Again, you can also add a hyperlink if you want to reference anything while you're on the phone with them. Okay. Coming on down, the created task looks exactly like what we already went through with the text and with the phone calls. Same fields, same merge fields available. And I believe that's going to be it for this one. I'm going to have to jump into, yep, there's a restart a smart plan, and it lets you know how many times you can do up to 6 times through a particular smart plan or choose unlimited. And it will repeat that contact through that smart plan each time. Okay. All right. And so that's it for editing this one. I want to jump into one more for you guys just to show you what the email actually looks like because this particular smart plan does not include an email. So from this point, you could again add contacts just like we did from the smart plans tab. It'll let you do a few at a time. You can hit save. We're not going to do either one of those. And you always have an arrow up here at the top left to go back. We're going to discard changes. And I'm going to create a smart plan from scratch just for the point of demonstrating the email for you. So looks like I already have a test 1, 2, 3. Let's go test 3, 4, 5. Hit apply. Smart plan was created, and then it opens up and you'll see here no actions have been added yet. Obviously, we're just starting it. And my actions are over here on my right that I can choose from. So I'm just going to grab an email really quick just to show you that it already shows you what email that these folks are going to be able to reply to. Again, remember, we did that in our command email back on our integrations page at the beginning of class. So you can actually change it there. It won't let you change it from this particular point. You can adjust the subject. And right here, you can choose again the type of email. We talked earlier about a simple email or a design email. Simple is exactly that. It's only going to be what text you put in right here. It will not include your legal footers. It will not include an email signature unless you manually type it in or add it right here. So it'll let you add text and then you can add a hyperlink if you would like. And you do have merge fields to choose from so that when this email goes out, it will plug in some of that automated information from your contacts if you would like it to. But it's super basic and it's limited to 2,000 characters. Okay. Or you can choose designs. It will only give you the button to choose the design, and it's going to take us back to the designs tab in the template library, and you'll be able to choose from only the email types that you've created in here. Okay, so do keep that in mind. It won't show it if you've created a social or a print or anything like that. It'll only show you your emails, your email templates. So we'll just choose one and say, got it. It's letting you know that you need to make any edits right now to this design before the smart plan goes out. So it takes us to the editor of that particular template. If there's anything you want to change it now. You do have an option up here at the top right to preview, and you can see what this is going to look like before it goes out. Okay, we'll X that out. Let's see, did it have any merge fields? No. If you had merge fields, like we've been talking about in our smart plans, you can add smart merge fields onto your designs. And that way they'll be customized also when they go out. Like if I were to drag and drop some text right here, double click the box, You'll notice over here on the right that I can say agent first name, or maybe I actually want it to be our contact first name. There we go. I'm going to remove that agent first name and create just any kind of text that you would like. You can change the font, change the size if you would like. We'll bump it up a little bit bigger just for today and hit done. And you'll notice it's over here on the left and it says contact first name, so that when I go do a preview, it will pull in that contact's first name and I can choose from the contacts right here at the top right. We'll go down to Joe Sample and it'll actually show you that it plugs in Joe's name. Okay, so that gives you a preview to make sure your merge fields are working right. I'm going to hit X, and then you can hit save if you want. I'm not going to. I'm just going to hit X and say discard changes. You can see now that it added that design to our smart plan right here, and I'm good to go. Now I can hit the three dots if you want to either remove or select a different design. Maybe you want to preview it again, or maybe make a different change to it. You can have all of those options right here. Okay. And that's how you would add an email into a smart plan. I'm going to exit back out now that you've gotten to see what it looks like for all the different actions within your smart plans, and just want to show you what it looks like when you go to grab one that is a KW smart plan or possibly has someone already added to it. So it's an active smart plan. Your editability is limited. So if I hit edit right here by this monthly call plan, it'll give me, it's not supposed to do that. Hold on. It's supposed to give me a little blooper over here on the right and actually say that this is a Keller Williams Smart Plan and the editability is limited. So these actually might not be it. Just know that if you do log in or go in to edit a KW, and there it is over here on the right hand side, it says this is a Keller Williams managed plan. That means they authored it, and it will show you what you can change if you need to. Okay. And so this only applies to some of their smart plans. So you can see that there if you need to. All right, quickly, I am going to go back to your contacts tab and I want to show you how to add contacts in bulk really quick. So over here on your contacts tab, we'll go back there. Let's say you're viewing the contacts you want to add to a smart plan. Over here on the right, make sure you hit show up to 500 so that you can do this in increments of 500 at a time. It's not limited to adding 500 contacts on the smart plan. It's just you can only do them in chunks of 500, okay? So you can select all that and lets you know that you've selected up to 500 on this particular page. And from your select bulk action menu, you can see add to smart plan right here. When you choose that, the smart plans that are in your My Smart Plan are listed right here, and you can just select them and start adding them to that smart plan. This is the window that pops up no matter what when you are adding contacts to a smart plan. This lets you know when to start it. You can start them all now, and you can choose that. That would be fine for like the birthday, the home anniversary, things like that, monthly neighborhood nurture. But it also gives you an option to start on a following date, and you can choose it from the calendar or stagger. Please consider the stagger if you are working with a large database or adding a lot of contacts at one time. Think about all of the times that you are going to have tasks created for yourself to either text or call or do a handwritten note. Any of those things, it's tasks for you. And you probably don't want to walk into your office and have a day where you have to do 500 tasks all on that one day. So consider staggering them right now. You can actually choose up to the maximum you want per day. Since we only have two, it's only letting me go up to two, but choose how many you want right there and hit confirm, and then that smart plan will start. Okay. And so that's how you would add up to 500 at a time. All right. And that concludes our Smart Plans class for today, guys. I want to be mindful of your time. If you have any questions, please email us at support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll be happy to help get those answered for you. Thanks for joining us today.